It's on now. So we've got the heart. Yeah, can you see the heart? Now we're going to, if you look up again, so we're now going to introduce where the rest of your body gets involved in this process, because of course we've got our blood, we haven't introduced the blood yet, and we need to introduce oxygen and carbon dioxide and where they come into the system. So for this diagram, this chair at the top, closest to the head, this is going to be the lungs. I just did this because this is what the chair does, just like your lungs. That's easy for me. Rotate around, Viola. As in, so you can see the bikes, so you might want to go back. The bike and the scooter, they represent your muscles, because you need to work your muscles in order to go on the bike and the scooter. So what we're going to do next is just create the path of blood around the body, because we have the heart, we have the lungs, and we have the muscles. Jump up, thumbs, smile. I'm gonna go get my sunnies on. Oh. So Viola is just sat in the lungs, and you can kind of make out that there are two circles. From the atrium at the top there, closest to Viola, there's like a circle, one half is blue, one half is red. And then the opposite, down this side, from the bottom half, you've got one side that is red in that circle, one side that is blue. Now that's not the flow of blood. We're not looking at the flow of blood there, but our heart acts as a double pump. Now this top circle, anything to do with the lungs is called the pulmonary system or pulmonary circuit. The way that you remember that is pulmonary basically means lungs. So anything that says pulmonary has to be associated with the lungs. So this top circuit that comes around here, it's got to do with the lungs. That's your pulmonary circuit. What's it called, Viola?
Pulmonary circuit.
This bottom section that involves the body and it comes round, it involves the body. Your body is like your system, your body system. That is called your systemic circuit or systemic system. What's it called?
Systemic system.
Yeah, good. What's the lungs called? That system?
Pulmonary system.
Pulmonary system. Pulmonary.
Pulmonary system.
Pulmonary system. Good. So that is your heart acting as a double pump or the double circulatory system. Pulmonary system or pulmonary circuit and systemic system, systemic circuit. You choose which one you want to call it. So we're now going to look at the pathway of the blood through the body. Now you've got blue and you've got red. Which one has got oxygen in, the blue one or the red one?
The blue one represents the oxygen.
No.
I saw that. Oh, the red one then.
Yeah, good call, well done. So, Viola's just been exercising, she's been on a scooter, she's been on a bike, and from there, from the muscles, the blood travels up. Go on, Viola. Travels up.
It looks a bit complicated.
Yeah.
It goes through.
And then wait in the right or left atrium?
The right.
The right atrium. You go through the valve, which is called the tricuspid.
Cuspid. Bicuspid valve.
Okay, through the half moon. What's it called?
The
Semi-lunar.
semi-lunar.
Oh, we should have said that this is the ventricles.
The ventricles.
The left ventricle. The right ventricle.
Right ventricle.
Continue up.
Then you go up here.
Yeah. Into the lungs. Now, what's the lungs going to pick up? Yeah, you can do that if you want.
Gonna pick up some.
Are your hands? Yeah.
Should you?
It's going to pick up oxygen.
It's gonna go.
Okay, perfect. What's it going to drop off, Viola?
It's gonna drop off.
So if it's picking up oxygen, what is it going to... It's picking up oxygen because you've just breathed that in. What is it going to drop off? What's the
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide. Yeah. So from here, oxygen is picked up and our blood is now red. So you work it round into the, what's that called?
The atrium.
Atrium,
Which
right.
is the left one.
Left atrium, through the bicuspid valve,
Bicuspid valves.
into the ventricles, through the
semi-lunar valve.
Yep.
Carry on through here.
Okay.
And it's gonna end up.
Where is that? What are the bike
This
and
is
the
your muscles.
your muscles? And what do the muscles need for energy?
They need blood.
Yeah, what
and
in the blood?
oxygen And energy.
Okay, so they just need the oxygen in the blood. Yeah?
Yeah.
They use the oxygen, so work your way through the bike and the scooter without tripping over. The oxygen gets all completely used up by the muscles and carbon dioxide is picked up as a byproduct. And the process starts again. Right, can you sort that one out there, that blue one?
Where does that go?
Just on this one by your foot. That one. Alright, man. Well done. Happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we run it through? I'll talk it through, you just walk slowly. So at the muscles, carbon dioxide is picked up. Can you walk through? Well, oxygen is dropped off, carbon dioxide is picked up. Carbon dioxide travels through this blood vessel into the
right atrium.
into the right atrium, through the tricuspid valve, into the right ventricle, through the semi-lunar valve. It then travels up to the lungs. What are your muscles desperate for, Viola?
Oxygen.
Oxygen. So in the lungs, we pick up oxygen. Your blood has now got oxygenated. It comes into the left atrium, through the bicuspid valve, because there's only two of them.
Semi-lunar valve. Through here.
Your muscles are crying out for oxygen. Oxygen gets dropped off at the muscles, and then the process starts again. So Viola was just asking me about the red blood and the blue blood. So Viola, a question to you: what do your muscles need for energy?
They need oxygen.
Oxygen. Okay. So your muscles have to have oxygen. Now, after they've used that oxygen, because they've worked, they've exercised, they have a byproduct. What's the byproduct? Like the waste product.
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide. Very similar to a car. What fuel does a car need?
It needs petrol or, petrol.
Petrol, yeah, that's good. And there's always a waste product with that. And those are like the harmful gases that are no good for the car. So you've got to get rid of them, and it gets out in the exhaust pipe. Does that make sense?
Yeah. The exhaust pipe is the back of that little circle tubey thing at the back of the car.
Yeah, good chat. So that's just to explain the red side, the red blood and the blue blood. It's all blood, but this blue has carbon dioxide, and it's coming back to the lungs to get replenished, full of oxygen. The red blood is full of oxygen. I'm going to put a couple of clips for you to watch that explain this really well.